In this video, we'll cover custom actions in Backand. To access the custom action functionality, open up an object and select the Actions tab. You can create a custom action that can be triggered by either hitting a URL or in response to database actions such as creating, updating, or deleting a record. You can create a new Blink action or build an action based upon the provided examples. Each example demonstrates how to connect to a third-party service or to perform actions such as socket-based event notifications. Each example links to documentation explaining the concepts behind the integration for the selected provider. Let's create a new Blink action. First, give your action a name. Next, select a trigger for the action. In this example, we'll create an on-demand action that triggers based upon requesting a specific URL. Next, select the action type. You can choose between custom server-side JavaScript, sending an email, or running a transactional SQL query. Here, we are going to opt to write custom server-side JavaScript. The value that is returned from this function will be the body of the response that your application receives. For now, let's return a simple hash mapping the field object1 to the string class name. Once the code is finished, we can set a condition under which this action will execute. As this is a test action, we'll leave this as true, meaning that the action will always execute when requested. Finally, save the action. Once the save completes, Backend provides you with a set of tools you can use to test the action. If your action will happen in response to a database update, you can quickly provide sample test inputs with the parameters section. Once the parameters are set, you can test the action using the provided button. This sends a live request to your action and returns the results as they would be seen in response to a web request. As we can see here, our sample hash was returned as expected. You're also provided with the URL used to perform the action, and even a JavaScript code snippet that you can use to execute the action from within your application. Once you've finished editing your action, click Done to finalize the changes. Next, let's demonstrate running a database event-based action. In this example, we'll run our action whenever a new courses record in our database has been saved and finalized. Notice that the event trigger is already filled out, whereas a blank action left the choice of trigger to you. Let's create an action that sends an email whenever a new record is created. Simply select Send Email, fill out each of the email fields, give your message a subject and a body, and you are ready for your custom action to send a message. You can also use anchor objects, which link to either the parameters of the event or to the database row being modified. In this case, since we are writing this action to occur after a record has been saved, we only have access to the user performing the action. Once the action is ready, we can test the action using the provided tools. Thank you for watching this video on actions. For more tutorials and more videos, visit backand.com.